everyone. Hope you're having a good evening and a good day. Appreciate you guys coming in. Hasbro's tied up right now. I was going to get him to come in and help bounce things off of him, but he's tied up with his wife. He's shooting or something. I forget what he said now. So bear with me, guys. We'll just, I did load something the other day, which I think I mentioned this to you guys. That's that 40 S&W with the AKA AR155 grain. Drops perfect in there. I'm just going to sit here. It's going to be a short show. I'm going to sit here and we're going to see what the length is just to get it to seat into this EGW case here. So we'll do that here whenever. I got the camera set up so I can take and switch it like this and turn the light on, which now it looks kind of dark. So got that going. I did send Hillbilly. No, I didn't send Hillbilly a link. Let me send Hillbilly a link. Hang on, guys. I'll call you out in a minute. Jamie's busy. Hasbro's busy. I sent Pat in the bunker a link, but I got his phone number, but I don't know. I didn't put it in the directory right away. Hang on, someone's texting me. Hang on a minute. He's got, yeah, man, that's cool. I just sent him a link. Hang on, let me get that camera off and I'll talk with you guys. Hey, appreciate you guys showing up, man. Let me go up here to the top here and start calling you out. See who all's here. G23, first in the house, at least saying hello. Colt 1927 is with us. Tactical Fud is with us. Kingpin jumped in and said, yo. Tactical Fud, Colt G. M. Gabriel joined us. Good to see you, M. Gabriel. PA Reloader jumped in there. Hey, how you doing, brother? Let's see. There's Hillbilly. Man, pollen's killing me. I'm telling you, I actually did the nebulizer thing a little earlier. Try to breathe. Just pop in when you want, Hillbilly.
How you doing, buddy?
Who else is here? GPA Reloader. Rudel Bob joined us. Good to see you, Bob. Thank you for being here, man. Dale Pogue joined us. Who else here? Michael Hurtnick's with us. Good to see you, Michael. 351 Cleveland joined us. Appreciate you guys coming in here. Rudel Bob. Michael Dunn joined us. Let's see. One guy joined us. PA Reloader I called, and that is it for right now. I think I'll just sit here and it's going to be a short show. I actually had to do the inhaler a little earlier. I've been in and out doing things. I put vinyl. I had to repair a hole in a wall. I was going to put a security light in my front door, and I cut it in with a circular saw. Circular saw. Big old square, so I had to foam it in and put the vinyl back on it and all that crap. And so I've been out there and that stuff, and my voice is even getting worse. My chest. But hey, I can still talk. So yeah, hey. Appreciate you coming in here, Billy.
You get that spray foam.
Broke Loader joined us too. Good to see you, Broke Loader. What's up, Hillbilly? You with us? Probably busy.
I said, did you get that spray foam all over you again?
Oh, wait, hold on, Hillbilly. I forgot I didn't have my ears on because I didn't think I was gonna have a panel. Hang on, brother. I see you talking, your avatar. I had them on. I had to turn a light on over. So typically, if I start live by myself, I don't need ears on. I should be able to hear you now. There you go, Hillbilly.
Hey, there. You hear me now, buddy?
I got you. Yeah, I seen your movement, your little balloon around you. Expansion. I said, oh, my ears are not on. You don't really need your ears, man, when you go by yourself, so.
You betcha. Yeah, you didn't get that spray foam all over you again, did you?
Actually, my hands are actually back almost white. No, I ain't messing with that stuff. I tried to get the water base the other day. I looked it up. DAP actually makes it, DAP. And fortunately, it's sold out at every store in America, according to the online thing. But yeah, that stuff finally, most of it's off my hands. Man, that stuff was horrible. Jeez, I ain't touching it again. If it hits the ground, I'm going to let it dry. So, So what you been up
That
to?
stuff, it don't hardly wash off. You just about got to wear that stuff off.
I've been scrubbing. I put brake cleaner on today. And a rag, terry cloth towel. Got out there with brake cleaner. No, it wasn't carb cleaner. Now it's pretty good. So you been making any videos lately? Got one coming, or have I missed it? I hadn't really been online looking.
No, I have another one coming out. See, I don't remember if I have it scheduled for tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll have to look. But yeah, I got another video coming out. And so, yeah, I try to put out at least one video a week and one short. And so.
I'll check them out. Everybody be sure to check that out. Yeah, I did. I should have bought window and door. It's not quite as stiff. And I bought that white, I can't remember, red can with the white, almost like white stuff in it. And that stuff gets hard, almost hard as a rock. Very, very hard. And I went outside, matter of fact, yesterday, and I looked at my vinyl siding where I actually did the hot water drain, and my vinyl siding was poked out like a balloon was in it. I yanked it open and pulled a big old giant wad of it out and put it back together and zipped it up. So, yeah, it's kind of stuff's a mess. I'd rather work with the window and door. It's a little more forgiving. And next time I'll use that, or maybe buy, if it ever comes in stock. It's amazing. Here we are in America, and every time you turn around, you can't find nothing in stock anymore. It's so bad that I was at the car repair shop a couple of weeks ago, and everybody in the shop's going, we can't get parts anymore. It's getting tough. I go, really? I mean, I don't remember a time that far back when I was 20-something years old, when I worked in a shop in my 20s, that I had trouble calling Napa or whoever and getting parts. I mean, it was right there, within 30 minutes, typically. Yeah, around 30 minutes.
Yeah, my dad had he still got it, garage and auto body shop. And anyway, yeah, most usually Napa, O'Reilly's, somebody's got it right there close. But we had a car, my wife's got one of those Chevy Hummers, and she basically drives, when the weather gets bad or whatever. And we got some really bad ice this winter. And of course, it's all hills and curves around here. And she just kind of slid a little bit. She wasn't going very fast, off the road backwards and hit a little rock bluff. And of course, it got one corner. It smashed the tail light in and some of that stuff. And anyway, we was waiting weeks and weeks and weeks. We called them, and it's like, man, what's going on? You guys going to get this thing in? Like, oh, well, we're having trouble getting stuff. I'm like, well, I'm on Amazon right now. I can get the tail light and everything you need and have it here this week. They didn't like that very well.
Mine's in the shop now, and I'm thinking of if they tell me they can't get parts, I'm going to tell them I can get them ordered and have it in a couple of days. Because I can do the same thing. You can get things online, parts everywhere, like partsgeek.com, Rock Auto's got stuff.
Rock Auto.
Yeah. We do have a shortage, though. I mean, this country.
Yeah, there's definitely some shortage of stuff, but when the part they're needing, and you can go on Amazon and it shows it'll be at your front door in 2 days, that's a little different.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I got my the back of my car on the hatchback. I got it full of parts. So he already knew when he got my car. He said, "This guy knows the shop. He ain't letting me supply no parts." Now it's parts I can. He don't guarantee the labor, which I know that. But I got I said. I got in there water pump, brand new from Napa, spark plug wires, idler thing, serpentine belt, lifetime warranty, all that stuff sitting in the back of the hatchback. So he already knew where I was coming from when I brought it. I said, I got all this stuff in the back. I'm going to lock the car. He said, it'll be all right. I'll go out there and move it around back. And I said, okay. But I talked to him this morning. He said he had it on the lift. And I said, you still got my number? It's been a long time since I talked to him, except a couple of weeks ago. I didn't give him my number at that point. Apparently he's got it from a long time ago. And he said, yeah. I said, all right, just let me know when you find out what it is. So it looks like I'm going to be driving a lot faster than I thought. Do I think I need a top end? Yes, I do think I need a top end done. Springs, valve work, and all that. I probably don't need a cam. I know I don't. But
Yeah.
One day I would like the heads pulled and do that stuff. Am I going to do it now? No, I'm going to drive it a while and just heck with it. Heck with it. Michael Dunn, Dale Pogue is with us. Barbecue Rockstar joined us. Good to see you, Rockstar. I was thinking about you. Actually, I was going to, it's fine. I thought of you today, believe it or not, the past couple of days. I says, he does barbecue. I need to get him on a panel sometime down the road. He plays guitar and barbecue. And hopefully I'm going to get me a pellet grill, depending on how this car goes. If the car goes okay, I'll have a pellet grill here. Now, it's not going to be what Rockstar's got. He's got one of those, $8,000 grills? I don't remember now, but it's expensive. Boy.
Dang.
Yeah,
that'd make the food taste real good, that much money.
You'd think, wouldn't you? Now, he's probably a good cook. I hadn't watched a lot of his videos. I mostly see him live. I hadn't seen him live lately because I haven't been doing any live, going in people's lives or even a side chat hardly. A few, but very few. But yeah, good to see you, Dale, all of you. Appreciate you guys dropping in here. Yeah, we're going to do a Macman. If Hasbro been here, I was going to do it. Well, he ain't you can't spin the wheel. Or you could spin a wheel, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. We might do that for you.
Yeah, just let me know what hashtag you want to use, and I will see if I can set it up here.
Oh, okay. Hasbro may jump in, but he's just going to be late. I don't know. I mean, I'm working with Accurate Bullets. I was going to call. I should have called the manufacturer and talked with them, especially with even with this case gauge. But whatever. When I said it, it was 1 point. I know what it is now. Could it be longer? Possibly. On the overall length, COL or COAL, however you want to pronounce it. It is 1.0955, which is basically 9.6 or 9.5, whichever one you want to go with. So, but it drops good. And it's that nickel plated brass that Macman sent me. So I was going to load one. Maybe I got the dies already set up. I was going to do one and just see when it does drop in the case. Apparently this here was not shot in a, here we go, Glock. I don't even like saying the word. Now, I don't want to offend nobody and lose anybody because we went on again in that conversation, but hey, they're all right. If they're good guns. We just mostly joke with you guys about that stuff. But some of us don't care for them. There's a lot of guns I don't care for, though. Somebody asked me to, no, I was trying to think. Yeah, that's right. And you text me about that thing today, Hillbilly. I sent Pat in the bunker a link, but he may not know it. Like I said, I actually gave my number and he contacted me in a text, but I got busy and didn't put him in my directory. So I don't know his number at this point. Just got his email. But good to see you guys. Are you putting out content, Rockstar, lately? Or doing any lives? I know I hadn't seen you in a while, so you may be still streaming. Bubba's with us. You said a dirty word. Yeah. I know, man. God, I shouldn't have did that, should I? People get really sensitive over that stuff. It's just our personal opinions, though. I mean, some people, what someone likes may not be what I like, and I don't, hey, they're fine. They love it, they love it. They like it, they like it. I don't really care what anybody likes, really. It's their deal, Me, like I was telling Hillbilly in this show, I don't shoot a gun I don't like. Even if I'm at the range, somebody says, you want to shoot a gun? And I'm serious about that. If I look over and it's some kind of contraption that I don't like, some kind of contraption I don't like, I'll go, no, thank you. I'll pass. Now if it's a gun I want to shoot, oh yeah, I appreciate it. I remember years ago, a guy was at the range, I think probably 20 years ago, maybe longer than that, actually. And before the state took over the range, it was in a WMA, and it was, no people there to tell you what to do. You just go out there and shoot like mad. And guy was out there one day. I had a bunch of guns. I think about 5 or 6 out there that day. And a young guy was over there shooting his Bushmaster. Now, that wasn't, it wasn't like it is now everywhere. Everybody building them and all that. It was not that way. And he let me fire it at 50 yards. I hit the bullseye. He says, he looked at me and I picked it up. And I said, oh, man, that was fun. He says, you hit bullseye. And I says, oh, okay. I mean, that gun was so easy to shoot. I just sighted him, bam, hit it and handed it back to him. I said, I like that. I'm going to get one day. And, of course, I'll be building some here. Like, who all builds? Let's see. I think Elster builds some. Well, Highboy used to build some. Who all builds them things? I'm trying to think. Hasbro builds them, of course. Echo builds them. Not sure Jamie does on that one. And me, I've got to order a Midwest Industries reaction rod. It's a little different than most reaction rods. I got to get that order for about 100. Anyway, appreciate you guys coming in. Let's get to loading. I'm going to change the camera. You want to talk, Bill? I'm going to be talking some. You want to interrupt? Just say something if you want to say something.
Yeah, you bet, buddy. I'm excited to watch you do this.
It's kind of a crappy camera, but hey, it's all I got. Let me change the camera. The dies are set up because I don't want to say it's going to be a short show. I don't really want to set the things up. There's the press. Amazing what a lighter do. See there, brighten it up a little bit. These are Lee dies, all of them. There is no redding involved with this process. Whatever gun these were, that's what reminded me of it. The old, I know a lot of people don't believe in it, but this brass was shot out of a good gun. It's a good gun. But it is a carbide. On carbide, you don't need lube. I don't use lube. So I'm going to size it. Going to flare it. I will say this. Yep, I got it off today. I thought I did. I don't, and I said this the last stream, I do not care. I like Lee dies. I think they're great for beginners, but like I said, as soon as I can, I'm getting a 4-step redding expander, and I'm getting rid of this powder through die. I'm just not going to fool with it. I have a cam over press, which makes it a little more difficult. Yep. Like I thought.
That won't be too long. We'll be seeing Bubba load some 38 special, I think.
I do not like this flare. Yeah, that'd be cool. There we go. It's just not like the redding. The redding, man, it's a long redding. This has got a little tiny bell in it. Here's something I don't like about this die. I'll go over and explain it, even though I haven't looked at it yet. But I already kind of see how it is. I'm going to pull it out. As you guys can tell, I don't care for it. But I give an honest review of it. I love the factory crimp die, and I love the sizing die. They're fine. Seating die is fine. It's a powder through die. I guess it's okay if you want to dump powder through it, which I don't. I mean, I could do. It is. You see? Hang on, man. I'm gonna open it up. Hang with me, guys. Oh, there's another doggone rubber right there. See, there's an O-ring. O-rings everywhere. See, I done took the O-ring out of your die here because these things, I call them finger killers. That's what Lee come up with, finger killers. That's my new name for Lee dies. They got lock rings on their finger killers, but they do work. What was it? Walter Tommy Viejo says take the O-rings out, which I figured it would. Take the O-rings out and they turn good, but you still got to put some pliers on it. Now, ARguns1776's got some electrician little things you can buy on Amazon that locks into these little grooves right there. I just don't like the system like that. But here's what I'm going to show you. This is the thing that does the flare. I mean, look at that. I mean, I don't even call that a shaft. I call it like a midget shaft. I mean, and it doesn't have any steps. That's just why I just don't, personally prefer it. And what does it do? It just drops in there. You put your, get these crazy O-rings on here. Put your O-ring back on your thing there. Screw it in, right? Okay. Now, where's your adjustment? I know where it is, if you want to call it an adjustment. Your adjustment really is the seating height of your expander. In other words, up and down. Yeah, I don't like the system at all. But that's my personal opinion. But some of you guys may want to, you may get it and you may love it. And that's okay. Nothing bad about that. Now, let me show you a Reddit.
Hey, Elliot, Macman, he's out in the side chat, and welcome him in. And
okay.
Dad and a few others have jumped on. Macman says he's not feeling good.
Oh boy, I've been rough. Hey, Macman, I've been rough lately too. Coughing, congestion, and pollen killing me. That and getting foam all over my hands, man. I'm talking about this. The Redding, the Lee. I do not like, of all the dyes, I think they're good. I just I thought when I got this, I would like it because it was powder through. I said, oh yeah. But once I really realized what it does and how it does it, I just don't prefer it. Now, granted, it's probably a $20 dye by itself. Now, look at Redding. I'm going to show you Redding. Redding is here, so you still have your threads. You can adjust it up and down. But what do you have? You have this in there. It goes up and down right there, see? Got a little tiny little ring knurled washer that locks. All right, let's unscrew it. Now, look at this. I know this camera is not the best, but it's basically some call online. It says 4-step. I always called it a 2, like I said, and it seats deep all the way, flares way down to here, and it opens up the brass better for the bullet seating. This here is way better, and I don't cast. This is a better thing to work with for cast bullets, even though I don't cast. I know that just by how it's designed. So anyway, you can do that. It's just a great flare, and it's basically a Lyman M die, same thing. And so Lyman got it right, and kudos to both of them, Redding and Lyman. I mean, be honest with you, I'll give that away if somebody wants it. I do a giveaway when I get my other one, my flare. No, actually I can't. This is my brother's. Okay, he'll kill me. But if I could get away with it, I'd give it away and tell my brother I lost it. I'm kidding. But I have to work with this, and I don't really care for it. But I will have one soon. I'm going to order a 40. I told him the other day, he said, you mean you don't have everything? I said, well, yeah, I do have everything to load the 40. I said, I just got something I don't prefer, and that is the expander. I said, I hate the thing, but we'll do it. Hope I ain't ticking off Bob out there because he's in the Lee. A lot of people are. I like them too. I just don't care for this particular one die. I think, like I said, factory crimp die, good. The sizer's good. The cedar's good.
Colt 1927 said he just recently got a Lee 357 and 45 Colt taper crimp dies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lee, man, is a fantastic crimp die. I ain't kidding you. And their sizing's pretty good too. And their cedar, I actually, now here's what's weird about me. We all got our taste. If I'm doing 9 on the turret, I actually use the factory crimp die. And when I'm using Redding, let me switch up here. When I'm doing Redding 9mm, I actually use the Lee cedar, because I think it's easier to adjust and faster on the fly than Redding. So I do see how I am. I'll do some things Redding, even a mix, and I'll do some things Lee, because I just don't like them. Redding is a little tedious. Lee, you just reach up there and take that knurl thing and crank it down, man. It's just, to me, it's easy seating die.
Shout out to Chris from 740. He just joined. How you doing, Chris?
See, and Bob says I usually see I can use them too, Bob. I just don't I don't have I don't have the adjustment. I don't have the depth I want. Probably is no problems. I agree with that. But it makes I have a cam over press. Lee has a hard stop. Basically, when I adjust this, I'll give you this. When I adjust this dial down to where it flares, now I can back it out some because of this thing right here. I know that. I can just let it kind of flop in the wind and let that expander go a little higher up. I just don't really care for it. That's basically, let me show you guys. The thing I took out earlier, and you can back that out a little bit and the die, and you'll probably get a little bit more height. But you have very few threads on this thing, on this powder through part. It's just not as versatile in anything. The Redding man is king, and Lyman is king when it comes to loading. That's my personal opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Use, like Highboy says, use what you want. Throw away the rest, or you don't say it that way, but I'll say it that way because I'm gonna throw some things away in time.
And here I thought Elvis was king all this time.
Yeah, he is, man. I had a good. I went to Graceland, man. I thought most everybody knows that in this stream. I went to Graceland a few months ago with my daughter. I had a blast. Boy, it was cool.
Yeah, I've been there many times. Love the place.
Have you been inside on the tour?
Yeah.
Oh,
actually 2 or 3 times.
But do you remember? You remember did the stairs with all the mirrors throw you off for a second?
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Boy, as soon as I hit that, man, it like man, if I'd been drinking or if I'd been on back in the day, if I'd been doing any kind of drugs, if I'd ever done drugs, whoa, man, all of a sudden I hit those mirrors and I went, it was like I was going down in a hole and all these mirrors are everywhere. And I went, wow, this is wild. I mean, Elvis had those days were different. You can tell that his decorations, the way they were, that it was 60s, 70s.
Yeah, I love the billiard room with the pool table and all the red crushed velvet.
Yep. Nice. I know he has an unusual decorated place. I remember when he died, they said basically, I'll say it here live. I hope I'm going to fill in for Mac, so don't. They said basically Elvis Presley had his house decorated like a whorehouse. House of prostitution. And I went, what? I read that years ago. And I went, I didn't agree with that. But, you know, when I look back on it, if you look at the way it is now is not the way it was when he died. Priscilla restored some things the way they once looked, like with a white carpet. But when he died, he had red shag. He had a red sofa that really looked like a house of ill repute. And it's on display down there now. You've probably seen it, the red sofa. It looks like something you'd see in a Western with a madam. I ain't kidding. It's wild. But he had good taste. He definitely had good taste. I think he did in a lot of ways. He's flashy and very different. I can see why he was always, you know, when he was young, everybody thought he was kind of weird. You know. And I remember years ago, I met a lady. It was when I moved, not long after I bought this house. She was about 40 years old. She come here and we get to talking. I told her I wore pink dress shirts in sales. She looked at me funny and says, men don't wear pink. I said, well, this man does. I wore pink. I wear purple. I said, I wear anything, you know, flashy ties. I said, I always was that way. I said, I kind of grew up in the, you know, a kid with Elvis and, you know, rock and roll. So I said, I kind of have that taste, you know, but here we are. We got Hillbilly over here and we got me talking about pink ties and houses of ill repute. What a combination. What a combination. But, yeah, it's just my opinion. I agree, Bob. You know, it's okay. You know, if you get it, you use it, but it's just not as good as this. There's just no way. This Redding, Walter uses this, and he's been reloading for 40-something years. And Highboy's probably been reloading 34 since he was a kid, too. So these expander, 4-step expander dies are just fantastic. They really are. And this is why right here I didn't do I'll show you why I didn't like the seating die Redding. Right there's the ring, little thing. And I got a tool for it. I just can't find it. And if you see my fingernails, they're all full of that stuff still. You can actually take and turn this down and, you know, your bullet seating, if this was a seating die. And then you take your little wrench or pliers and you lock that little ring right there. And it's okay. But then if you want to do it on the fly, you know what I mean? Reach up and turn it. And I'm a big micro fan. I love micro dies. If I could buy, let me ask you this. If you're going to pay $40 to $50 for a die, a cedar, and you're going to buy it in a set, that's okay. That's a good deal. A micro die at one time was like $79 from Forster. I think I paid for them. Now I know they're higher now. And man, a micro die is just fantastic. You zero that thing out, man, and turn it 2,000, and it seats 2,000 typically. Turn it 3,000. I mean, it's just fantastic. I love micro cedar dies. I'll get Bubba on that eventually. Remember I told him when you start reloading, like, Eagle says, he had 8,000. You just continuously buying little toys all the time. And look at Mike. He's the ultimate. Him, High Boy. Who else on there's got everything? Let's see. Elster's got 2 presses. I'm trying to think of who all the others. Not a lot of them has got presses, that many.
That's probably one of the things that keeps me from starting on reloading is I already know what it's going to cost and that it'll be worth it. I'll get started here soon.
Start cheap. And, if you don't like like me, you don't like the powder through, you're only talking $40 for this thing, the expander. And add it to your kit. So you got $100 in your 9mm die set. That's not a lot of money. Not really.
No, it's not.
So that's what
I'm probably be kind of like Bubba and just start out with one caliber, that I shoot a lot and just kind of work my way from there, maybe.
Yep. Yeah, he'll be doing it. I think he's already got his. Well, he does. He has it mounted. Got coat. Let me highlight this. See, he only has rating dies. RCBS. I've got RCBS, but I got a shaft in a 30-06 sizer. My shaft through it's crooked. I got them used. Gave to me by a former gunsmith and reloader. I am going to get some Hornady dies in the future. I think Hornady makes some good dies. And for the money, Forster, Hornady, you can't go wrong for the money. And some Reddings, you got to be careful on Redding because they get high dollar. Years ago, I paid, I think, for 3 dies, neck sizer 308. And this was years ago when they were fairly cheap, or if you want to call it cheap. I bought a set that had a neck sizer, a flare. No, it didn't have a flare. The sizing die, and I'm trying to think what the other one was now. It's been so many years. Anyway, this 3-piece die set cost like $235. Now that same die set probably costs $300, $280, somewhere in that ballpark. I mean, it's just outrageous. But just be careful. I mean, you'll have your personal preferences when you get into reloading, and this is, to me, I don't consider this a thing where you get, a candy cane or a lollipop. This is something you really like, that you want to buy, in my opinion. But that's the only knock I got is I don't care for their powder. I guess there's some instances, some presses. I think it'd probably work good on the Lee. You got to realize too, I also have a very thick head on this T7. And will it flare? Yeah, here it is. I flared this here and loaded this, and it seated perfect right away. And it looks good. It kind of does what Walter says. You can kind of, believe it or not, even though I've never did this bullet, when he mentioned about seat the bullet to where it starts to round off at, was kind of, I'll say it, that's my way of saying it. He's right. You can tell when that bullet's about right, just by even though you're not familiar with a bullet. You just kind of get a feel for that stuff. So y'all guys, there you go. See there? Looks like factory ammo. Flat point. It's not round ball.
Looks nice.
Mm-hmm. And it's plated. It's a dummy round. And it don't even have a primer in it. But I thank Macman for this brass, man. You helped me, man. It helped me a lot. And I hear this nickel-plated chips, though, or cracks. But, man, I appreciate it. Great for self-defense because you can see the round in the chamber, especially on M&P 2.0. I just look right down, you can see the silver. So it's really nice. So are you back, Mac? You're not back yet. He's probably finally got a connection, I guess, where he's at. I texted you the other week, but I didn't hear nothing because I knew you were probably in a place with no connection or internet reception. Hope you're doing well, Mac. Hope you're having a good time. Was he on a cruise, I think he said? I hadn't been on his channel lately.
He said he got that boat sicker than a dog.
Oh, did he? Okay. Yeah, you're able to see. I'm doing a tutorial is not easy. You can't really follow the chat and heavy and reload. You have to kind of take long breaks on it. What's he saying here? Yeah, I've heard of people getting sick on boats. That mirror almost made me dizzy when I went down to Elvis. Actually, that if I remember right, oh, there's Hasbro.
Hey, good evening.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Hey, Hasbro, how you doing, buddy?
You hear me okay?
Yeah, sound good. Yeah, I was.
Man,
Did you hear me? Did you hear me talk? Did you hear me talking about the powder through dye, Lee?
Yeah, I'm just getting on them.
Oh, okay. I was giving my thoughts on the Lee powder through expander. I don't prefer it. I like everything Lee. I'm using it, and I'll buy more, but I just do not like that powder through expander. I like the 4-step or 2-step Redding expander, and the Lyman M dye is just as good too. Same system. Let me see who all's there. Macman joined us. Mark Thomas, PA Reloader. Coates with us. James Pollard's with us. Ron Wayne. Appreciate you dropping here, Ron. Good to see you, man. G23 is with us. Christmas 740 is with us. Hang on now. We'll talk, Matt. Hasbro. Don't mean to cut you off or cut you short here. Coat 1927. Michael Hurtnick. Hillbilly up over in the panel. Hasbro here. Tommy Boy. I'm like you guys. I don't like not saying hello to the guys when I see them. It's kind of, you feel like you're kind of ignoring them. I don't like doing that. Let's see who else. Brutal Bob is with us. Michael Dunn, Peterson family, Peterson Farms of Nashville. Hey, appreciate you coming in here, man. You still listening? I'm doing some of my thoughts on reloading. I'm not really doing a beginner thing now. I mean, no, even though it says that, I'm just giving thoughts as I go, and I stand by it that I do not care for the powder through dye. That's just me. And that's why I told my brother, I said, I'm going to upgrade. Got to have it.
I don't have any experience with that one. The only thing I have for them is the auto drum measure I put on my Dillon 550B, and it's pretty good, but I haven't used that powder through dye.
Yeah, I'll show it to you again. I showed the audience, the people out there.
At least I don't think I have. Maybe I'm using it on the bottom of this measure, actually.
I just don't. You don't have the only way to get the expander good the way it is. You have a little bitty top here that does have a little bit of thread that you could back out. See, and it's got a thing in there that, and I'll show you. That's the expander. That little nub. Now, is that all you need? Yeah, but the problem is you get it in there, on at least a T7, and I can't even hold the thing. Hang on. You screw it down. You end up locking up my press. It locks my press up, and my press won't go all the way. And I'm not going to force my press because I'll damage my linkage and everything. And it will flare. It just does more like a horn. That's it. Horn flare. The final flare. And like I say, this here you just can't beat. If you guys do pistol, you have got to get a Lyman M dye and get this doggone Redding. I wish you could see this more clear. And Mac probably knows what I'm talking about. It's it opens up deeper in the case, and then it goes up again one step. I'll call it one step, and then it goes to the second step. Even though they call it a 4-step, I'm gonna research that more. But I did run into a site that says the Redding dye is a 4-step dye, and I thought it was 2. I mean, I would say more or less it's the 3-step right here to this section. The step up and then the flare. So to me, it would be a 3-step, basically. But and not only that, look at all the thread you got. I mean, you got a lot of thread, which they sent me this one actually for the 9mm because the original was too short. Wouldn't seat my 115 XTP bullets, 9mm. But this is $40-something, $45, $44. It just works. But I'm not a big fan of the powder through.
I think that is what I have on the bottom of this one. This is the auto drum, which works really good on the Dillon. And I think that's their powder through dye expander here, the bottom.
Yeah, yeah. Now that's a kind of a different, see, that's not, that's a little bit different dye. I mean, it's similar, but that's,
different.
It's not a powder through die though, actually, is it?
Yeah, it drops. This is the powder. It drops the powder through it, but it's case activated, so it pushes it up. So you don't have to have all the linkage you'd have on a normal Dillon press.
But it's not built like this one. This one here has this little collar and lock.
Different than that, yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same principle. I got you on that one. Yeah, I agree.
Hey, Hasbro,
Yeah.
you think you can turn your mic up just a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I'll work on that.
Yeah, I think we're kind of, or at least I'm having a little trouble hearing you, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're coming in clear, it's just kind of quiet.
You're probably going deaf from hearing seltzer cans pop.
I got to get out to the shooting range. We got steel now, and I got to get out there and get some of this stuff loaded and get my brother out there and do some video. I'll do some video and do a little editing and put it on my channel, let you guys see it after I reload it. But anyway, I was just giving my thoughts on the expander. I'm not knocking the whole set. I told my brother to buy this set. I'm the one that recommended this set. I said, for $48, $55, I said, get the 40 Lee. Now, I didn't have a lot of experience with the expander because when I bought my 9mm Lee set, the first thing I did was set the expander powder through die aside and ordered and pulled and actually pulled my 9mm Redding out, and I never even used it. I didn't even think to try it. I didn't want to try it. That's kind of the way I am. Remember, everybody, I told you, if I don't like a gun, I won't shoot it. Well, if I don't like a part, I won't use it. So it's just kind of weird like that. I got my quirks.
Hey,
I like what I like.
A girl, you won't kiss her, will you, buddy?
That's right. I definitely won't either, man. Now, if I like one, look out, baby.
Hey, Billy, how's that sound now?
Ooh,
Yeah, you sound a lot better, buddy.
Turn down here.
I had the microphone wasn't this Yeti. It was another one. So
turn it down just a hair.
Okay.
Crank it down a little bit.
How's
Now
that
top.
better?
Now you're a little low.
I'm just moving it.
There you go. That's better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the what is that Yeti called, Hasbro?
The Yeti Blue. That's the original.
Okay.
Mic.
Gotcha. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I talked to Echo, guys. I'll give you an update on it. I didn't talk to him, but we didn't text. I told him about my car was on the lift this morning when I called the guy. And I told him, I said, I worked on cars for quite a few years. I never really ran into a flex plate crack. I've heard of them. I know they exist. And, but I just never had a car. But he was telling me that a lot of the 80s, 90s has flex plate cracks. And I know that some flex plates I've looked at lately, even the name brands online, have problems. Brand new. Now, welcome to China. But I'm gonna if I order a flex plate and he can't get it, I want an AC Delco OEM basically stock replacement. That's what I want to put in it. And, if he tries to sell me one, he's gonna probably want $300 for it, where I can probably get it for $150. Actually, I think I can get it for about $100. But
there's sometimes they just have some troubles. I know, I forget back when they first came out, but the 4.3 little V6 Chevy, it had problems with the flex plate cracking on it, and it just get a vibration. And after you've seen a few of them, you realize what it was.
Mm-hmm. I've been lucky. I'm a Chevy guy, and I've never had problems. I've owned a Pontiac and the Firebird, 2 Firebirds, 3 Corvettes. 2 Corvettes in the 90s and my 40s. No problems. There was a few issues on the 94, actually, which I don't want to get into now. But I did have a few issues, but it was all repaired customer satisfaction thing at the dealer because they were aware of it. And I'll tell you this story. I was going down Highway 78 here in Georgia. I had this 2-year-old Corvette. All of a sudden, I start smelling transmission fluid and seeing it. Actually, I think I seen it on the pavement. Looked like, and I could just smell it burning too. I pulled in a station, couldn't figure out what it was. Took it to Maxi Price. They put it on a lift, and he says, "We know about this." I said, "What is it?" He says, "Our aluminum, where you put the front transmission seal." He said, "Is aluminum, and it contracts and expands." And he said, "What the factory didn't do is they kept it slick, and they should have roughed it up." And they had it slick, and they popped the seal in. And so we have them come back occasionally with the seal pop, just blows out. And I says, wow. Okay. Here's new Corvettes going down the road, with seals blowing out. And they pulled the transmission, put me a seal in, roughed it up, siliconed it, and that was it. So it's no big deal. And never had a problem with it. I kept it, I think, about 2 or 3 more years and got rid of it finally. I never was fond of that car, that second car. Pat in the bunker joined. I sent you a link, Pat. If you want to jump on, man, talk a little bit. I'm not going to go long. At least I didn't think I was. I'll try to get out of here. I did want to cover a little bit of reloading, my thoughts on it. But we'll go ahead and let me load this. I'm going to go ahead and expand. So what you up to, Hasbro? What you been doing, man?
Well, I just got done shooting a league with the Hoosier Bullet League tonight. That's where my wife belongs to this group called Armed Women of America, where they do a lot of training and stuff for women to get them comfortable and proficient with firearms. Mm-hmm. And so once a month, the husbands get together and they run a shooting league. So tonight was kind of a mix of USPSA and steel targets. So it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I thought you said shooting. I said, well, he's done. I was kind of distracted, I think, when you called. Let's see. Yeah, it's starting to flare. Yeah, like right now, I'm flaring this, right? But look, I've already basically slammed flat into the die right here. So in other words, my press won't cam over because the redding is a cam over. It goes a little bit further, and now I can still flare it, yeah, because I know not to force it. But like I said, I just don't care for it. And this is the first time I've used it because I basically don't have a redding in this caliber. Yeah, it's flared a little bit, but I did do a load. Like I said, the load comes out at 1.095, I think I said. Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, Echo texted me today, guys. I told him that my bottom end of motor's good. To me, I think I still need a top end. Yeah. But I'll still drive it and deal with it for a while and get this problem here solved.
Top end at that point,
Yeah, I mean, I don't really need a cam. If anything, I just basically need head gasket, head shave, valve job, springs, and that's it. Yeah. And and the manifold put back, and I don't think I'm gonna get that done now. I think as long as it runs, when he gets that flex plate thing out, I'm just gonna get in it. I'm gonna put some Castrol Syntec in it, probably K&N or Mobile One synthetic filter. I think them filters are $16-17 now. The last time I changed and bought that filter was $10.99. That's how much things have went up. Yeah, $17 for yeah.
I've been doing that, but with the what the heck is it? It's not Fram, but there's a filter that goes 20,000 miles, and I put Mobile One's 20,000 miles synthetic in it, and then I changed it at 15. Most of my miles are highway.
Mm-hmm. I live out in rural, but my brother, he rides around a lot. He's always did that. He rides roads, but I always tell my daughter, I says, sometimes he takes so many back roads, I'll look at him and I'll go, where the heck are we going? I'll look over at him. I said, my goodness, if there's a long way around or some back way, a place, we'll go it with you. I tend to go fast places, like 85, roads with 55 to 60 miles an hour, 65, 70. I don't typically like to sit and push through small neighborhoods. I can't stand it. You end up stop signs everywhere, drive you nuts, braking constantly. And so I typically take fast routes everywhere I go. And if I can.
You got a Corvette.
Yeah, I'm that way. Like I said, if I'm going to 285, I'll run over here, hit 316, buddy, zoom down to 90, 285, hit 85 or 985, go to Lake Lanier. I've always did that. And now I'll have a motor that'll actually do something on the highway instead of people get behind me in my Toyota, man, and I can tell they get frustrated when at a red light because I can't go fast in a 5-speed friggin' 4-cylinder Toyota 4-wheel drive. I mean, it takes me forever to wind that. It's high gear too. So what Bob's going on about here? I keep telling AR, load that vet with guns and want to shoot and come north. I'll come up there and visit you, Bob. I got a lot of people. Like I said, Echo I was talking to Echo in text, and he says, "Oh, that's great, man." I said, "Yeah, I hope to be on the road. Depends on the shop, though. Maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But it sounds like I'm going to be on the road this summer, which surprised me because I was not expecting that part. And I still got things to do to it. Some things worry me about the car. Like how is the wheel bearing grease after setting for 30 years? You know, I mean, think about that. And I do have I also have a new oil what is it? Oil cooler hoses. And they were hard to get. I wound up getting 2 of them because they thought one of them was lost in shipping. So I got 2 brand new oil cooler hoses. I want to put on it and get that clamped up. I want to get it where it, don't blow out on me when I'm on the road somewhere. So I got quite a few parts. I forgot about those parts in the back of the hatchback. I almost told the guy today, and I didn't do it because I didn't want him to think I was being a smart butt. I was going to say, you do know, don't jack up a floor jack under the jack points of a Corvette, don't you? And I was wanting to say that to him, but I was half asleep this morning when I called him. And I didn't say nothing, but I keep worrying that one of his workers are going to take a floor jack and put it at the jack point, and you cannot jack a Corvette up at the jack point. It's only designed for jack only. Yeah. It will crush the bottom of the pans on one bad. So I'm kind of worried about it. That's why every time you get a vet, you have to worry about it because it's such a weird car, how it's designed, especially the C4. A lot of people just, matter of fact, years ago, I had my 94. I went to DeKalb County and I forget what I had them pull it on a rack for. But anyway, this guy takes my car, puts it on a rack and raises it up. And he's got the dang pad on the left side of the car on my rocker panel. Yeah. And I'm looking and I'm freaking out. I'm going, I said, hey, buddy, you don't lift a car in a shop on a friggin' rocker panel. Man, that guy was a nervous wreck. I apologize, sir. I apologize. I said, no problem. As long as it didn't crack it. He didn't crack it. I don't know how that happened, but he almost cracked my rocker panel on that thing.
Man, ain't that something?
Yeah. So you do. Hey. You've been there probably, Hillbilly. You didn't want your Corvette crushed down and looking like crap after, I don't know how long you owned yours, but.
No. Hey, Elliot, real quick. Bubba's out in the side chat, and I was just going to share his link here for his 150 sub giveaway. So
yeah, we'll mention that.
Here's a link to that video. I'll put it up here in the side chat. So go over and check out Bubba's Triclops Ballistics channel. Subscribe and get in there in his 150 sub giveaway. He's got some pretty cool gift for it.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Check him out. He's going to be reloading soon, and I've been giving him some tips. Hopefully, the bullet won't blow up, blow his gun up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm all freaked out. And I'm a safe reloader. Now, I've told you all this. Even when I first started reloading, if I look at, I never was that. I just know what I can do and what I can't do. I guess I took my first round and I loaded it right near max, and I went out and shot it. Didn't think a thing about it. Now, I was kind of excited. I had that adrenaline. I go, how you think? Well, hope it don't blow up. I know it's going to be right because the book's conservative anyway. And I went boom, 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 and it just works. And I said, good. But I typically start about middle ways and work up, or I start 3/4 and work up. And sometimes I just start max and do one. You do that, don't you, Hasbro? Probably. Do you do max?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So us reloaders, we do that. Now, you new ones, don't do it. Work up the load. Absolutely. Don't, especially when you seat the bullet deeper. That raises pressures. So you don't want to blow up a gun. But you're going to be fine, Bubba.
Yeah, I never start at max. Even when it's a load I know, I'll work my way up to it and then
really
carefully check it out.
Mm-hmm. As long as my seating depth is right. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I know the first time I reload my own, I'm going to have that thing ratchet strapped to a table, and it's going to have a string on it, and I'm going to be hiding behind the pickup truck.
You got to have more confidence in that. I've got more confidence in you, Hillbilly, than that. Oh, man, you can do it.
Hillbilly, you sound like me. Fine. Proof testing the first muzzleloader I was ever built. I stuck the button in the end of a tire and put a string on the end of it and stood back.
Mm-hmm. You betcha.
Get you plenty of books, Bubba, if you're listening. Let's see, Monday, he's going to work, though, isn't he? He works nights.
Yeah, so he's probably on his way to work.
Yeah. Get you some books. I recommend depends on your bullet. If you do Hornady, get a Hornady book. Get Lyman, which is kind of universal. Get you, what all books have I got? I've got, to see, Western Powders, the little pamphlets, Hodgdon. Plus, you got online Hodgdon you can do. Go to Hodgdon.com. They got everything there, loading data for you. There's certain membership sites you can do too that's got tons and tons of load data that you can be a member. I don't do the member stuff. I typically just stick the books or the, what the manufacturers say to load. But I don't have a problem with it. As long as I get the seating depth, I'm pretty confident on a max load. And see, I actually know. I've looked at old books, especially PDFs, and the load, man, is way high compared to years ago. It was high. Now all of a sudden, now it's low. Why is that, lawyers? Yeah.
We talked about this one the other night. The Lyman, and this 51st edition has, Lyman on my other editions have always been kind of low. So when they tell you a max, it's pretty safe. And this one, I found some 223 loads that were above 556 pressures. So be careful on the max. Now, they were reasonable, right? Because I was loading these Mark 262 Mod 1 clone rounds, and 556 with 77 grain bullets. And I'm getting the velocities, and I've seen some like 8028 XPR is an awesome powder, but it is really touchy on the high end. You can go right over pressure really fast. But anyway, the Lyman they're way up there. I mean, they're at velocities I haven't shot yet on some of them.
Now I do research the powders, because if you get a powder like you say that you go a little bit over and it's real hot, so I'm aware of that. Where some powders, I don't have no issues.
Yeah, tight group's one of those for me too, and for a pistol load, I love tight group, but you need an accurate powder dispenser for that one, because a little bit over is a lot of pressure in tight group.
That's what I've heard.
At the same time, it takes it just takes so little powder, you can load a lot of rounds out of a pound.
I bet. Yeah, I've heard of tight group. I've never used it. Yeah, actually, it was in stock here a while back, and I told my brother, I said, we can use that. It's a little on the hot side. You don't use as much. And
yep.
But
I've only loaded it at 9mm. It's a good powder. You just watch the high end and fine.
I got so far. I haven't checked out the silhouette, but I'll let you guys know what it's like. I got 4 pounds of it. Actually, my brother's got 4 pounds. I got to buy a container. Hey, if any of you guys got a couple of pound containers you don't want, I'll pay for shipping to ship me some empty containers, powder containers. I need 2 containers. Or an 8-pound container. Either one. If you got one you're going to throw away, hey, send it to me. I'll give you my address. My email is ARguns1776. I know some of you reloaders probably got some you don't want. I mean, we probably don't keep all the containers, but I need a container. At least 2 2-pound ones, empty. And I'll tear the label off and mark it silhouette. Is what I'll do. And label it. But I need that. Now I'm going to pay half of it. I seen that stuff today is on a sale for $130-something for 4 pounds. That is a good deal. We gave about the same for it, 140-something shipped at the time. See what Tommy Boy's got to say.
That's what Chris has got me hooked on for 9mm right now.
Oh yeah, see, I haven't used that yet.
I got 4 pounds of it, and it's taken me forever to shoot through it. You get a couple thousand rounds maybe out of a pound or something like that.
So you shot it yet?
Yeah. That's all I've been shooting lately in 9mm.
Is it clean? Good powder?
It seems to be. It's maybe it's just. I mean, it's not a problem. Maybe slightly smoky, but the bore is clean. So could be on blowing stuff out of it too.
We got somebody creeping out of the bunker tonight.
Well, still in the bunker, but yeah, I'm creeping onto your your podcast.
Good to see you, Pat.
How's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for having me on. I'm doing good. Long day, but doing good.
Good. Yeah, this is not the show I had last week, but hey, I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys and just get my thoughts on the lead die and I was going to do a seating depth, and I realized then that I didn't really care for the expander. You know, actually during the show, you know, and I did expand with it the other day, and I knew I didn't like it somewhat, but I didn't realize how much. Now, right now it's expanded. I was sitting here messing with it, and the bullet, I'll show you guys. You can turn it upside down. There you go. See, and these are plated bullets, so you want to try not to, you know, you don't, if you expand them too little, you'll end up scraping your plating off bad. So you want to flare them enough to get in there good. But I'm going to order that. I'm not going to buy the 10 titanium, whatever they call it, the more expensive premium if I can. I'm going to try to. You see that a lot online. I just need the basic. If I can't find the basic, I'll just order the 10 coated when I get time and throw that expander in there. Curtis Long is with us. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Curtis is a busy man. He's a good guy. He's been on with me and Echo. We did a show one night, loaded some rounds, and checked the concentricity, I think, off of his press, if I remember. Rock chucker. Let me know if I'm wrong, Curtis, on that. But he's a great guy, man. We need to get you back on the show sometime. Actually, Echo said today, I said, well, I'm going, Hasbro's tied up with his wife. I said, I'm probably just going to go on and wing it and talk a little real. And he said, well, I would come on, but I'm loading. So Echo's at home loading some rounds right now. He's loading some hot 223-556, just like we do. I mean, he says them things are smoking and going through steel. And I went, whoa, I don't know what kind of steel he's got, but let me see. I'll tell you what he said. You know, at times I don't hear from him because he's busy up there. And
what was it like? FMJ's going through like a 3/8 range steel or what? What was he smoking through?
I didn't ask him on that. Yeah, I'll see. Hang on, I'll read it to you. I'll read something. I know he said something about it because I read it. Let's see. He's talking about the flex plates. Says, sounds good, like a great plan, brother. We can hang out and read. Oh, yeah, I told him I was going to come up there and see him. And we can do a live stream. But something I thought. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I would come on and help, but I'm trying to get these 200 rounds done so that I can get paid for them. Okay. Probably shouldn't have said that. I have been on the water since 6 a.m. this morning. Fishing. That's what he said. He said something here on the rounds. Hang on a minute. What was he doing? Because he was, let's see. Top rail. Here we go. Okay. Thought this was, boy, he's doing some long text. He don't usually do this. I'm going to tell me to check out a handguard. Here we go. Looking on the computer. Let's see. I swear I can't find it. Ain't that weird about text? He said, especially stream. Anyway, he said he was loading some smoking, basically powerful hot rounds. So he's pushing it to the limit. But like Hasbro says, you got to know your powder. You got to have at least you need some experience with that powder. And you need to, if nothing else, research that powder if you don't know. And
always work your way up.
Yeah. Even though we don't do it, we tell you to always work up. Waiver. Yeah. Disclaimer. I don't always work up. I admit it, but I always work up.
I'm pretty good about it. I try to, because it's just some of the rounds you're going to find the highest accuracy right at the top in a rifle. Mm-hmm. But where you fly over the edge.
Now, if I get my precision rifle, Hasbro, I will work up and do different things. Yeah, I mean, just for plinking handgun ammo though, or rifle plinking, 223, I'll just load it, go to it, load it, and make sure the depth's right, and just go shoot. I don't really.
The 308 is one of those. It's like right near the max. 223, right near the max. That's where you're going to find most of the time your accuracy. But this 6.5 Creedmoor, I found it 500-600 feet below max. Shooting little teeny groups that you just wouldn't think.
I definitely want a precision rifle and a good scope in time. Who we got with us? Woods jumped in there. Mark Thomas is with us. Vanessa Kitty. Warsaw Patriot joined us. Thank you guys for being here, man. Curtis Long. Good to see you. Curtis James Pollard joined us. Tommy Boy. See if make sure Chris Macman joined us. I thought I seen Chris earlier, didn't I? Yeah. Christmas 740, I thought. Let me scroll up. Ron Wayne joined us. Appreciate you tuning in, Ron. It's not a PA reloader. Make sure. If I miss you guys, well, I don't mean to. You know that. But sometimes you kind of get, especially if you're trying to, size stuff and you don't have the co-host sitting there reading the side chat. Hillbilly, thanks for helping earlier and calling out that side chat a little bit for me. I don't always look at it. Mm-hmm. Now I can move it over to the, what it is, I got gun parts here in my way, so I can't move it over to the, the big screen and then read the chat as I load because it's kind of distracting. And when I load, I like to load right. I don't want to sit there and mess it up.
Yeah.
Get off track.
I hear you.
Always good to concentrate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even though I'm loading dummies, but I still want to load it right. Know what I'm doing. The depth.
Hey, Macman's online.
Yeah, I was surprised. Where you at, Mac? You still over on the boat, or overseas, or wherever he's at?
It's weird they're not all showing up on the YouTube side. By the way,
what now?
I'm tracking the chat on the YouTube side, and they're not all showing up there, but they show up on the stream side.
Oh, Hasbro, did you sign in under my share stream?
Whatever email I got.
Oh,
came from AR.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, are you streaming Hillbilly on your channel?
Yeah, I'm streaming, but then I got the link. I'm telling everybody to click that link, so it takes it over to the main chat.
Oh, okay. This is the first time I've ever had mine streamed on two different channels. Then
that may be what they're doing. Yeah. They're chatting on yours and it's showing up.
Oh, here. Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah, you bet.
It was odd. Also, it only shows one person streaming on the YouTube side. But I'm looking at yours, Hillbilly. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. I put a link there to his deal. So if you click on that, it'll switch you over to that was it. Side of the chat room. So
thank you. That was it.
Hey, I mean, I did want to go over reloading mostly in my streams from time to time, but nothing I enjoy more than having panel members and talking to the side chat and talking to you guys. That's the biggest part of it. I tend to like and enjoy.
That's a lot of fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you guys were talking about some. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Pat.
You guys were sharing some reloading stories, and it's probably been 6-7 years ago, but I reload for the 7.62 by 54R, the Russian Rem, and I've got 3 of those guns, and I got one that I converted into a hunting rifle. Put Monte Carlo stock, free-floated the barrel, and put a rail and everything, nice scope and everything on, and it's a tack driver out to about 300 yards. It's a little 16-inch barrel. It's not the 20. It's not the 24-inch barrel one. I wanted to go with a little shorter one, something kind of brush size, I guess, if you'd want to call it that. A little bit easier to carry it around, not getting hung up on things. But anyway, I digress. First time I got all the dies and stuff to get that resized and reloaded, I had some good herder's brass, 180 grain that I was firing through it, and it did pretty good. But anyway, I got some 312 diameter bullets for it, just thinking maybe that I could get things just a little bit tighter in there and have a little bit more accuracy coming out of that instead of the standard 308 to 309, depending on where you buy it from, that stuff off the shelf. And first thing I did, I had some 180 grains, and I was like, okay, I know the books always tell me that this is conservative, and I went straight to the limit on it and shot it. And it was probably inch at 100 yards, easy, sub-inch on there. And I was like, oh, this is pretty dang good. So I kept squeaking it up out of there. And a buddy of mine's got a chronograph, and I can't remember the numbers. I got it wrote down in my book. at my reloading place. But
Mhm.
I had to back that off a little bit because they were starting to scream out of there a little bit too hard. After I chrono
Now,
tracked it, when I hot rodded them a little bit, I was like, "Woo!"
I'm sorry, what rifle is it you were shooting it out of, Pat?
Mosin Nagant.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry, I forgot to mention that. I collect Mosin Nagants, World War II stuff, and I had one that I bought for little or nothing. You know, back when Buds was getting all those guns in. Oh shoot, that's probably been what 8-10 years ago when were getting all those surplus Mosins in, and the stock was just junk on this one, but the rifling and the bolt and everything was in beautiful shape. It looked like it'd been carried through the jungle and just beat the snot out of, but didn't ever look like it'd been fired. So that's the one I converted over to put the Monte Carlo stock and pre-floated did all the stuff that guy needs to turn it into a hunting rifle. So I didn't destroy anything of any historical value, especially the way that stock looks. So.
Did you see a bolt go down the barrel when you shot that thing like a snake swallowing an egg?
No, thank God, because I did slug the barrel on that one. Took some of that. Oh, what's the name of that stuff you can put down in your chamber and everything, then push it out and measure it.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of it.
Yeah,
but
you can slug that and then just push it out, and then you can actually get the actual diameter of your chamber and everything. And it said it was anywhere between like 311 to 312. It was
Serasafe. That's it.
Yeah, Serasafe. That's what it was.
Who made
to the rescue?
Who made Mosin Nagant? What country?
Russia.
That
was their main battle rifle. Oh shoot, from 1889. That was actually the first smokeless rifle military cartridge to ever be produced, and still produced to this day. So it's got kind of a cool history, just like the Garand and everything. Everything's got a cool history to it. All those World War II guns and everything. So, but
yeah, I don't know a lot about the surplus rifles, but I do know one thing: Europe does not hold the standards on barrel tolerances the way America does. That I know is a fact. AKs don't even hold the tolerance. Bullet, you have to slug it, to find out the measurement of it. So I'm aware of the manufacturing, a little bit more of the manufacturing side of that than I am the actual guns.
I got to ask you a question, buddy.
Yeah, go for
it. Do you put the Mosin and the Grand next to each other in the gun safe?
No, because I don't need World War III breaking out inside the gun safe.
There you go.
No, I don't need commies and Americans hanging out together.
I knew what everybody was getting to there.
Hillbilly wisdom right there.
Got Gizzard Gary joined us. JH586. Jamie's with us. Good to see you guys. I have to kind of wait. I don't want to interrupt these guys when they're talking, so give me a little bit of time to get to you.
Oh no, you're all right. I'm just talking about some reloading on the Mosin, but it's I don't know. Just to let you know, it's kind of a cross between a 308 and a 30-06, the ballistic wise and everything in there. But as conservative as that stuff is, like the 180 grain round stuff, I'm like 2 to 3 grains over on a 180 grain pill out of there, and it seems like the heavier the pill, the more powder it likes. Now you go into a light one and you try to hot rod it out of a Mosin Nagant, and it does not like that. It shoots all over the dang place. You really got to slow them down if you want some accuracy, like out of 140, 150 grain bullet.
We got trolls in here calling me a spam channel. No, I'm kidding. Good to see you, New York Outcast. He got that dry humor. Good to see you, man. Let me see what Colt's got. Yeah, I remember back, decades ago when surplus guns were cheap. Man, you get them things for hardly nothing one time. Now, granted, they're higher Nagant was Belgium, if I remember it right. Mark Thomas says.
No, that's all Russian.
Okay. Huh.
It was designed by the AK was it actually the first run of Mosin's came out of it wasn't even out of Russia. They had somebody else produce their first round of rifles, and then World War One broke out, and yeah, that quickly went away. I can't remember who actually produced the first batch for them, but then after that, it was all in house. After that, then then it went to the Chinese after World War II. So
every time I think of surplus rifles, it reminds me of Lee Harvey Oswald. Don't ask me why. I guess growing up, and it does. Those rifles. Back then you could order. How much did you pay for that rifle? Anybody recall? Was it $10 or something?
It wasn't much.
Yeah, you could order in America. We were so free that you could literally open a magazine and order your rifle. Think about that compared to now. I mean, we were free at one time. That's as far as I'll say on that. Eagle Run joined us. Good to see Eagle Run. Viejo joined us. Good to see you, Viejo. Thank you for being here, man. I was talking. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Elliot. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Pat. You go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to throw something in on that magazine deal. I saved a Sears and Roebuck catalog from my great grandma's house years ago, and it was 30 or 32. Now I've got it around here somewhere. It's put up. That's more of a keepsake than anything else. But you could buy a water-cooled Vickers machine gun out of the Sears and Roebuck catalog.
See there? That's how free we were.
Yeah, when you said that magazine, I was like, I got to tell him this.
Yeah, it's a good story. A lot of people, a lot of this newer generation, they don't realize how free, things were back then. They have no clue. And some people, were born after the assault ban, and they just don't know. But yeah, one time in America, you order them out of catalogs, magazines, ads. I remember the surplus. You see them all the time in magazines for sale. And it's strange to me because I recall vividly of buying a gun anytime I wanted. I'd just go to this thing, fill out a paper, show them my license, and walk out. Nothing, no problem, no nothing. And it's funny now, if it's so bad and the NICS is so perfect, because we got to control the bad guys, right? That's what everybody says. We can't we can't allow bad guys. Why didn't we not have a lot of maniacs running around killing all the time back then? Well, we did some. I mean, that's true. Society is that way. But it wasn't an epidemic. Yeah, it wasn't an epidemic, though, even in the 50s and 60s. Now, 60s, you had some extremist groups bombing the Capitol, bombing things and blowing up things and having shootouts in the streets. That did happen. But we didn't have background checks, and we were just fine. We didn't have school shootings. That was unheard of. But, I forget when the first shooting was. Was it, I think, early 70s or 70s? I don't really recall, but now it's like an epidemic, which is, in my opinion, mental health, and because it's a gun-free zone. That's why I think. I mean, most of these guys, they're not going to come into a zone when everybody's locked and loaded. That's just a fact, because most of them don't want to die, even though some of them do kill themselves. I agree, they do that. But a lot of them, they want to get in there and kill everybody and then be famous, go to prison and be on social media.
Yeah. After I'd turned 18 in the 80s in Missouri, you didn't have to fill out anything to get a gun. No background check or nothing.
Yeah.
We never had any troubles here. But
no.
They are most of them don't know when they get to prison. They're gonna have a new cellmate named Peaches.
See, James Pollard says shotgun news sold military rifles through the mail. Yep. And that was a 6.5. Yeah. I forget that. 6.5. I always cannot pronounce that. Carcano.
Yep. There you go. Yep. Carcano or Carcano.
Carcano.
I've heard it both ways. I've heard it both ways.
Jamie says Lee Harvey Oswald paid $12.50. I believe, for an Italian 6.5 Carcano. That was supposedly the murder weapon that killed. Yeah, there's even debate about that. Claiming there was another rifle originally found. That's just some of the weird oddities of that assassination that you can't explain. But anyway, 67 Rebel joined us. Good to see you, Rebel. And,
he paid $12.50 for that rifle, and the late fee on the book at the book depository that he worked at was $10, probably. So,
who won that? Who won that thing?
I don't know.
That when you text me today, who won that thing? That what was it called? Bumper guard for the magazine.
Oh, for the 9mm high point, it was 67 Rebel, and
that's what. Okay.
Yeah, and he gifted it to you, and I hadn't had time to email him back, so
I'll gift it back, and I've gifted it back to Hillbilly to do another drawing on it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's awesome. 67 Rebel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. AR just said do another drawing on it because he don't own a high point and don't plan to have one.
No, I might shoot one day if I was with you guys and you had one. Even though I don't, it's not my favorite gun. I probably would shoot it just to know I did it. But
honestly, if you've got a good or just a decent optic on one of the carbines, I love the high point carbine. I've got a couple coyotes with them with some zippy plus P 9mm ammo, killing squashing coyotes.
I'll have to look at that, Pat Hillbilly, on those carbines. I'm not familiar with it.
That's originally why I bought it, Pat, was for varmints around here. And
they're weird enough looking just to be called weird, right? They're strange looking, but their pistols are just ugly.
No beauty contest, none whatsoever.
No.
I don't know who they have designing them, but they must be cross-eyed and blind. But
thank you for coming in, Big P. He says, as a deputy sheriff in the 1960s, my dad was able to buy M1 carbine for $50 through law enforcement LEO program. Wow. Another deputy. I had a friend years ago, loved the little M1 carbines, man. He'd go buy a 30 caliber every time we'd go to a gun show. He was in his 60s. He had the folding stock ones. He had versions of them, the whole versions. He liked those things. And they are kind of a cool little rifle. I always thought my first semi-auto probably was going to be the, the Ruger. Okay, help me think here, guys. Ruger Mini 14, because it was more affordable. But as I got a little older and I realized, that I remember 1980, I went to a gun shop and he told me about the Ruger. I think it was like 200 something back then, the Mini 14. I asked him, I said, what's the quote? He said, $400 something. I still recall the quote. And I said, one day I want one of those ARs. Now back then, probably in 80, it was not M-lock, and all that. It was just more of a, like the old guns, Vietnam guns. I would assume that's what was out there. It had to be. There was no handguards like that back in existence in 1980. Heck, the cops in 1980 were still carrying revolvers. Revolvers were everywhere.
You talk about odd rifles. One I want that I've shot just twice, and I'll put it on the channel once. A friend of mine has one, but it's a 7.5mm Swiss. And, with a straight pull action. It's the coolest action. And it's a really accurate gun. I want one. I just haven't. It's like they went crazy. Like you said, AR, they went up, cheapest one you'll find now is $900. And, for $900, I'm going to look at the gun first.
We're already getting in here an hour and a half. Let's do because I told Mac I was going to do a giveaway last week. I got kind of tied up, but let's spin the wheel for a couple of Mac stickers and maybe a screwdriver whatever he throws in.
Yeah, I tried to link to this so I could collect the deals, and it won't let me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't link to this live stream.
Okay. Hang on, I'll do it. Let me go. I told Mac I was going to try to do 2 giveaways. He said it was okay. let me get in there and hang on.
Yep. Sorry, I got bumped out or lost signal or something. I'm not sure what the hell happened there.
Yeah. Wouldn't you know it?
I
I
just
can't.
figured Elliot kicked you off.
That wouldn't surprise me. I get a little annoying every once in a while.
You're fine. I'm trying to
Pat,
type
I
in.
figured what I'd do about that high point. I figured I might paint it, put some glitter on it, and bedazzle it. Maybe that'll help the look some.
Wouldn't that be a looker?
I knew I was going. I've never used that wheel or anything, so be patient, guys. Bear with me here. Trying to get to it. I'm the one that told Hasbro how to get to it, and I'm having trouble getting to it now, even though I know how to get to it.
You're using the one on the StreamYard?
Yeah, I was going to use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I got it now. Okay.
Yeah.
I got
once you
it.
connect it to your broadcast, then whatever you put in the little box, you'll have everybody type it in, and that should enter them.
I'm thinking of something. I'm there now. I got to share the screen too, right? With it. Yep. So.
Well, you don't have to. You'll have to, like the box there. It'll say like hashtag. It shows like hashtag or whatever.
Right.
Well, you put in there whatever you want everybody to type in, and it will start collecting all everybody's names.
Now, when I want to show the wheel, I gotta show the screen though when I spin, right?
Yeah, but yeah, you got to collect the votes first, or
yeah,
not the votes, but
gotcha.
the people first. Yeah.
Macman, let's see. It's going to be pound Macman001. Even though he's 03. Let me change that. 039. We'll just change it to
hang on a minute.
pound Macman got 2 zeros.
Like this.
Pound Macman. See, I can't see you guys. I'm on the other side.
All right, you should be able. Everybody should see that one.
What?
Pound 039.
Oh,
039.
Hang on. Okay. Yeah. Pound Macman039. It says start collecting. I'm going to hit start. All right. Now I got to share the screen, right, to get to the drawing.
That's the best way. Yeah.
Okay. Present.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to do that yet. Once it'll show you how many people are entered. See, the number should start going up, right?
Yeah, I got 3 in there. Come on, guys.
Okay.
And if you want 2 new ways to make it screw up, you can ask me. I can help you there.
Once you get everybody entered, then you can share the screen and spin it, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, I got it now. Just pound Macman039. No, Macman. MACMAN. Macman.
Wait a minute.
Like his name.
You're doing the whole thing?
Yeah.
Pound Macman.
Pound Macman039. Yeah.
Okay, everybody redo it.
Yeah. It's a little long. Sorry, I should have probably did it shorter. Hey, let's just.
Hey, Elliot, you want to click on somebody so it'll pop up on the screen so everybody can see it?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah. My first time using this thing. And capitals don't matter. A lot of people think it does, but I've heard it don't.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's capitalized.
No.
We're gonna do. He'll do two. I know a couple of stickers and a screwdriver. Probably he'll throw it in there. I told him I was going to try to do 2 drawings probably, but last week we kind of didn't get there. But we'll do it tonight because Gizzard Gary's back with us. Yeah, it's not. That's what I was thinking, Gary. It's not case sensitive. Yeah.
I'm down to only 2 stickers in my entire shop. And that's just because I missed those. I sent the rest of them off to Chris.
Got 14 entries. I want a sticker, get some stickers, but I don't know if I want the black and white like as my thumbnail. I may end up having another thumbnail created for me before I get the stickers done. And I'll be doing some giveaways on stickers and who knows what else. I'll have to look. But definitely stickers I want to get. And Eagle Run is still with us. Capitals on Macman 1911. I don't know what Eagle's doing.
He just likes type long hashtag names.
No, I ain't giving no vet away a VAO. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping, I don't know how fast this shop is, that maybe in 3 weeks I'll have that car out. He's got it on the rack today, figure getting the parts, I mean, you can do it in the day. You know, the transmission, take it in and out and put a flex plate on. It's not that big a deal. I'm going to have a rear motor seal put in, a front transmission seal, and a new rear seal. So all the seals going to be, even the motor seal is going to be replaced while he's got it out. I don't mess around. I mean, why would you not put a motor seal in if it's a one piece? It's easy to put in. Yeah,
I think you'll be regretting it every day.
I think if I recall, it's a one piece, so it would attach to the rear of the block and go over the seal will naturally go over the crank. So that should be no problem on that. Even though I've never, God, it's been a long time since I've tore down a Chevy, many a year.
What year is your vet? I forget.
89. It's 89 L98 350 block.
Okay.
One piece.
On the 89. Yeah, I think that is one piece.
Transmission.
Yeah. Because what was it? The ones before that, 88 and low, 88 or 87 and lower, it was that two piece where you had to split the pan and everything on it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, he may have to pull the oil pan, mightn't he, and put a new gasket on it, which actually is not a bad thing because I don't know how old that. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get it, at least try to get where it's reliable, where I can go up and see Echo and go see some of you guys. May end up going to see Mac, Brutal Bob. I don't know.
So whoever wins this here, do they get to burn some rubber in that vet?
No.
Yeah, why not?
I don't even know if I'm gonna let my. I let my daughter drive my vet years ago. Dropped me off at a nightclub and let her keep my car. She come home one night at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, had 300 miles on my car. I said, "Where the crap you been?" I used to let her do that occasionally. I was always generous.
That's funny.
But now the way I am, I'm not going to let many people. Like I won't let my son-in-law drive it. He's out. I said, "No, you're not driving it." No.
I don't blame you.
Nope.
You're liable to drive it like you stole it.
Vanessa says my Chevy Impala had the 350. Yep, 350 was a good block. Man, that thing was started in 1950 something, and went all the way into sports cars, pickup trucks, Impalas, Camaros, everything.
You can stroke them and have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
83 Eagle. They didn't really have an 83. There's only one in existence, actually, on the 83 Corvette. They couldn't come out with it that year. They finally come out with the 84. That was one year they skipped. They actually were going to do a T-top on the C4, and they wound up doing what they call a target top, which thank God they did because it's nice. It's heavy and awkward to take off, but I know how to take it off fast. I know how to rig it up. I'm one of the few people that I don't put. A lot of people think that's weird. I don't put the rear bolts in. You got 4 bolts holding the target top on. I don't use them. And there's no way you're going to flex a Corvette enough to lose your target top. Even though you'll read it online that you'll lose it, you won't. Believe me, how do I know? Because I've always taken the bolts out of my target top and I don't use them. So what I do, if I'm on the expressway and it starts raining, I just pull on the side of the road, throw it in, tighten the 2 front right there while I'm sitting, and I take off. And when I want to get out, before I get out, I pull over, crank those 2 bolts, get out, snatch it, throw it in the trunk or the hatchback. I'm done. I didn't even realize I had 4 bolts because I never used them even back in the 90s until I started reading online how to properly attach your target top. Long as you got a good doggone weather strip, you don't need those extra 2 bolts on that target top. And I drove wild. I spun out. I did donuts in my car, all kinds of stuff. And I never had a target top fly off my car. So that's fun. But Impalas was a good car. What's Mark got going on here? We had a 78.
Well, you're supposed to have fun in a Corvette. It's sporty.
Yeah. It's just, it's just another vet. No, my roommate here, what was it? I think he's been here almost a year. He's a Mustang guy. He's out here one day. He's 78. He says, I'm doing something to the car. And he goes, "It's just a car." I looked at him. I said, "No, Corvette's not just a car." not to people that own it and people that like it.
The other woman.
Yeah. It's, yeah. I have a saying too. It comes down to a lady. Like if I met a girl and she said, let's get married, and I loved her, and she says, get rid of it, I go, sorry, I will have to say goodbye. I won't do it. I will not do it. I'm serious. I would not do it.
My Camaro, I paid cash for it when I was 15 after busting my ass mowing yards and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'll never take a loan out on it. I won't ever sell it. I'll live in a ditch or in my car before I ever get rid of it. And I still have it after all these years.
Wow. CNT Designs and Arms joined us. Good to see you, brother. You comment. Yeah, I almost lost a car back in the 90s because of a girl I dated. And some weird stuff happened, and I just made my mind up. Even back then, I says, no, I'm not going to give a car up. Actually, she put a demand on me. She wanted the car 7 days a week while I worked. I said, no, you can have it 2 or 3 days. That's fine. If we get married, I want to drive the car anytime I want. I said, no, you can't do that. I actually told her that. I said, no, you're not. I said, if it needs oil change or needs tires, I said, it's going to sit. I said, there won't be no keys. You won't have access to it. Boy, she did not like that. She thought she was just going to have, be able to just jump in that car anytime she wanted. I said, nope, that won't be happening. I said, it's my car. And then she started doing nuptial talk. First I said, hey, you don't own nothing. I said, you have no assets, so I'm not signing no nuptial. So we never got married, put it that way. And that did not work out, and I'm glad it didn't. We stayed friends, though, actually, and talked for, over the years. Silverado was a good truck. I always wanted a Silverado, Viejo. Good to see you guys. Let me see how many we got on that giveaway tool here. Got 15 in there entries. Got 20. How many we got on here now?
22.
23 on. Yeah. Come on, guys. Getting a couple of Macman stickers and at least a screwdriver, and Mac can do whatever he wants to give you. But I know that's probably a minimum he would do. And I asked him to, about this before I just did it. I asked him, is it okay if I did one?
Oh, man. I want to shout out Michael Dunn out there, an 81 Monte Carlo with T-tops. You didn't see a lot of those.
Yeah.
I had
I actually drove.
80. Go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead, guys.
I just say I had an 84 Trans Am with T-tops, but that was only a 305. And the reason being is that L98 they came out with later would twist the body. So I got an 88 GTA with a solid top, and then you could put that L98 that he has in his in there. But the funny thing is like those things are like, they're less than like 290 horsepower. They detuned them, and that would still twist the body if you had T-tops.
Yeah, mine's L98. It's an old engine, and it's a tune port, but I like that motor, man. It just looks cool. Yep. And it's not a high horsepower motor, but man, does it have torque. It will snatch your head.
There's it's more than that probably now, but there's an $8,000 upgrade from Lingenfelter up in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It'll take you to 750 horsepower.
My first used vet, I told my girlfriend when we was riding around, I says, you do realize that 6 years ago, and back in 1995, a lot of people didn't pay $30,000 for cars. A new pickup was only $22,000.
Exactly.
So I told her, I said, well, this is a $30,000 car, a little over 30 with options. I had a Bose Gold in that one too. So it was topped out. Now it didn't have all the shock, air, that crap or lumbar, but it was still loaded. And I said, this car's expensive. And I let her drive it some so she'd try to get over it and quit hating it so much because she was jealous. Like most ladies thought that if I drove a vet, every woman was going to try to, at red lights, jump in the car with me, I guess. And it's weird. I did have some stare at me occasionally, sit there and smile, and the boyfriends get mad. In the car, you'd see the guy get mad. I quit looking at that car. And back then the car wasn't old. It was still in vogue and style at that time. But Monte Carlo, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I'll tell you, I had my vet for, I guess, about a year. And I figured out that you can only fit one girl at a time in there. So
that's a problem.
It is a problem, man.
I actually
Billy driving a Corvette, and girls just won't pile in.
I dated a girl. I dated a girl in '88. Had a Monte Carlo white T-tops, and that thing was one nice car. She let me drive it home because I was drunk. She was sober, and I drove it home after the nightclub one night. But that was a nice car. It was like brand new. I don't remember what year it was.
Yeah, Billy, you just didn't think through that far enough. You could put a luggage rack on the back and tape her on with duct tape like a deer.
Stuff her in the doggone hatchback.
That'd give you two at least.
See what Brutal Bob says. Coat me either. I told them if they come to inspect me, they should keep their windows up and doors locked due to the bears. Huh, okay. Alaska One Andy's with us. Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming in. Let's see how many we got. We're going to go ahead and do this because we're running over. I mean, we're going on 2-hour stream here. Got 16 people in here. We're going to do a drawing. I'm going to share the screen. We're going to go ahead and do this. Get this out of the way here. Let's see. Present. Share screen. Giveaway. Can you see it? You should be able to.
Yep.
Right
Yeah,
up
there it is, buddy.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Wind that baby up.
First time me doing it. I never did this. Doot. Michael Dunn.
Congratulations, Michael.
Congrats, Michael. You won at least
coming up like a bad rash.
How many things he won so far?
Quite a few, but Michael, you get to drive Elliot's Corvette. Congratulations, buddy.
Keys will be in the mail.
Yeah, congrats, man. Mac, like I say, Mac will get with you. I'll get with him. And, matter of fact, email me, Michael Dunn. Email me at ARguns1776 at gmail.com. That way I'll put you in my address book. And I can also send you a thing when we stream if you like. And
Mac just put his email up there for him too. So
okay. Either one. If you want to send it to Mac, go ahead. And if you want me, I also try to get everybody's email. If you want to send it, Michael, send me an email. I'll put you in the address book. Sometimes I give notifications on certain streams and send out emails before the stream. But congrats, awesome, man. I'm glad Mac's on. That's good. I didn't expect that. See who all we got here. Big P is with us. Michael Dunn, the winner. 67 Rebel. Hang on, guys. Let me run. I'm going to call the chat out at the top. Scroll down and call everybody out. Then we'll kind of go around the block here and plug everything and get out of here. I didn't mean the stream to run 2 hours tonight. I was going to do a short one and kind of get out, but that's the way it is. You get on here talking to you guys. I want to stay. G23 was with us earlier. Tactical FUD, Coke 1927, Kingpin. Let's see. M. Gabriel joined us. Good to see you guys. PA Reloader. Coke 1927. Sometimes I'll call you twice to overlook it. Just the way the nature of it. Brutal Bob was with us. Dale Pogue was with us tonight. Let's see. Tactical FUD. PA I called. 351 Cleveland. So if I overlooked you, Cleveland, I apologize for that. 351 Cleveland's. I always think that's that motor. My brother had a 351 Windsor in his Torino. But good to see you, 351. Glad you're here. Michael Hurtnick's with us. Brutal Bob is with us. PA I called. Let's see. 01 guy's with us. Good to see you, 01 guy. Appreciate you being here, man. Broke Loader 2 was with us earlier. Hillbilly up here. Hasbro with us. Pat in the Bunker's with us tonight. Had a bigger panel than I thought. I didn't think I was going to have that big a panel. Appreciate you being here, guys. Let's see. Who else?
Man, thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Oh, pleasure, man. I enjoy getting on here talking to everyone. Kind of you get rusty when you don't stream for a while. You get a little kind of rusty on it. So I'm starting to get back in the swing on it and I actually enjoy it. Andre D'Angelo is here. Code I called Michael Dunn. He won. Congrats, Michael. Brutal Bob. Hillbilly up. Barbecue Rockstar joined us. I'm gonna get him on the panel sometime. You got an open invite, Rockstar, on the next stream I do. If you're not busy, I'll send you a link and come on. You can talk about your channel and let you meet everybody. Dale Pogue is with us here. Who else? Bubba Triclops.
AR,
Pardon?
every time you read through the list and you run by Hillbilly, how do you not go, Hillbilly? I don't know how you don't do that.
Hillbilly.
There you
Hillbilly.
go.
Because I can't say it like Hillbilly does.
Yeah. Nobody can.
Hillbilly. Let me try and see.
Billy.
There you
Hillbilly. Hillbilly. That's my
go.
version.
We're all screaming at
Hillbilly.
Hillbilly.
Yeah. He just does it right. I'm not as good at it. Now, I can talk like Bill Clinton, but I won't do it. That's one of the guys I can impersonate. Now, I did it one day in the car. My daughter looked over at me and shocked. And I says, yeah, I can talk like him when I want to. That's the only guy I can ever imitated. Let's see. Bubba's with us tonight. Tell Pogue. And he's not my favorite either. So don't believe. Yeah, that's nothing. It's just, his voice is easy to do, really, the way he talks. Barbecue Rockstar Coke. Let's see. Defense Dad joined us tonight. Gizzard Gary was with us. Who else here? Michael Dunn. Brutal Bob, I called. Macman039 reloading on it's a fill-in, which you know, guys, I'm a fill-in for him tonight. This is his time slot. Christmas 740 was with us. Appreciate you dropping in, Chris. Hope you're still here. Tactical Fudd, he's with us a lot. Quite a few people that ordinarily here are not. Uncle John, he's been missing my streams. He used to be in my streams all the time, Uncle John did. Let's see. PA Reloader, Rick Perry joined us. Appreciate you coming in here, Rick. G23. I know there's more at Nashville Farm channel was in here earlier. I appreciate them being here. They may have rolled off the chat, actually. And I did call them. I typically try to call as you come in too. So let's see. Yeah, Peterson Farms of Nashville. They were in here earlier. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Tommy Boy was with us. Good to see you, Tommy Boy. Ron Wayne was with us tonight. Appreciate you being here. G23. James Pollard was with us. I better speed up. That thing's blurring. Defense Dad was with us. Appreciate you being here, Defense Dad. Who else here? Chris Long jumped in there. Good to see you. I'm not as familiar with him. Is it Lang? Chris Lang. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
if you're still listening.
Yeah.
Well, Woods is with us. He's been hanging in here with us on a few streams. Appreciate you coming in, Woods.
I don't want to interrupt you, but Michael Dunn just put on there spin again if you still got the wheel up.
Oh, okay. Vanessa Kitty. Hang on, let me finish this right quick. Let's see. Hasbro, James Pollard. I think I about got it. New York Outcast jumped in there. Tommy Boy. Eagle Run 2-3. Almost forgot him. Chad Kelly. Can't forget him. Viejo was with us. Big P was with us. Thank you for being here. Big P, if you're still listening, still here. I say that because sometimes in these things I jump in and say hello and I go outside and walk the dog. Then I'll come back and jump in the stream again, especially during the day. Tommy Boy, Eagle Run. Bear with me a minute, guys, and I'll be through. I'm almost finished here. Mark Thomas. Chad Kelly, I got him. 67 Rebel SST AMC. Alaska 1 Andy. Did see Alaska 1. CNT, there you go. CNT Designs and Arms. He does some political commentary and does some videos of gun control and things like that. Check him out, guys. Viejo, Tommy Boy. I think I got everybody now. Unless somebody else jumps in. And Big P. Appreciate each and every one of you. Think it means a lot to us when you come here, man. I know time is valuable. Okay, let's let me go in there and let me get in there. I got to go back to the wheel, right? Let's see. And come up with another.
Come on, Vanna, spin that wheel.
Oh no, don't come up with another one. You can just hit draw again on that, buddy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, hang on. I'll get there then. Okay, yeah, I'm there now.
Yeah, as long as you didn't erase it, you can just up in the right corner that says draw again, I believe. And I do know we just had like D-Dub jump in here. And a few
hey, D-Dub.
So make sure, put that hashtag Macman039 if you're not entered in this, Michael Dunn was great enough to say, spin again, fellers. So
I'm going to do the same thing, Macman039. So,
yeah, it should already be in there. So, yeah. So, somebody adds to it, they should be collected, or they should go on that, I believe. So.
Okay, got 2 entries. I'm going to have to wait a few minutes, guys. We're going to wind the show down here just shortly.
Oh, you got to re-enter.
Okay. You have to re-enter it then. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I did it a different way. I take it.
Re-enter Macman039.
D-Dub and Colt have them in there, right?
Okay. I did it a different way then, right, Hillbilly?
Well, as long as you don't like erase it,
okay.
You can go where you left off, and then the top right hand corner it just says draw again. You can click that, and everybody that's entered will still be in there.
I apologize, guys.
Everybody
I did the same mistake, AR.
Yeah, I did it too, man.
You remember that?
Yeah,
I'll try to do that next time.
Chris tells me don't hit that button and clear it right after I hit the button and cleared it.
Yeah.
Well, I was on Michael Dunn, and I knew I could reverse the browser. I didn't see anything. I didn't really. All I seen was the winner there for a second because I didn't look at it that close. Let me see how many we got. We got 9 entries. We'll give it a few more minutes. How many we got on now? So we got 17 still on. Throw it in there, guys. Put it up there, and we'll get another winner here.
I'm not going to put mine back in there, AR, because if I win it, I want you to give it away again. I don't want you to have to spin the wheel and figure it out again.
Okay. Appreciate it, guys. You being here. I wished I'd, spend a little bit more on. I was going to actually load it, to fit my gauge, just 40 part of the stream. But when you get the panels on there, I enjoy talking to you guys, so I end up getting distracted from the reloading part. Got Dale there, he's entering it. Let's see how many we got. Got 11 so far, and 17 on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Give it a few more minutes, guys. Hey, we can talk a minute. Let's go ahead and what you want to plug, Hillbilly, or anything you want to plug, or let them know what's going on.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, on Saturday nights at 9 Central, 10 Eastern, we have Guns, Beer, and Therapy show. It's a live chat podcast, and so we just try to have a lot of fun over there. Just different topics, and you never know what's going to go on there. I mean, we just try to have a good time. I got some more videos coming up. I released a couple with the the Rossi R92 357 Magnum lever action, and I actually have another lever action Marlin that I'm going to be making a video here real soon. It's going to be coming out. Still got, I believe, another one with the High Point JXP 10 millimeter, and so we got some videos coming up. A lot of fun. Actually, tomorrow I'm not exactly for sure what time it'll be, but I'll let everybody know. I will be just doing a short live, doing a giveaway for my monthly drawing on my channel, Hillbilly Up. And also, I got some stuff in the mail from a few people, so we'll be showing that on there too. And of course, we'll have a giveaway for for the side chat and stuff that tomorrow night too. So if you get a chance, it'll be tomorrow afternoon or evening sometime. But we'll jump on and do that live for probably 30 minutes or so, and get some stuff given away there.
Okay, sounds good. Are you gonna post it tonight? You gonna post it tonight or tomorrow?
I'll probably post it tomorrow. Try to get it out there early enough. But also, I am just a little over 50 subs away from my next giveaway. I'll be at 750 subscribers. So I must just try to do that on a Saturday night, and we just have a big giveaway of a lot of stuff. So. Get a chance, get over and get subbed into that, my channel, and I'll post the deal so you can get entered in that giveaway. It'll probably be next week or so, as soon as I get to those that sub count. So I know last time we gave a lot of stuff away. Either other people on the panel even gave stuff away. We gave away so much that night. It was a lot of fun. So we'll do that again.
Please say it's not White Claw.
No, I'm not giving away any White Claw.
Well, thank you for being on here, Billy. Great having you on, man. Enjoy your company. We'll go to you, Hasbro.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready. We're going to be doing a bit of traveling, messing around a little bit, doing some videos in between, stuff like that. Going to have a new 5-inch tall visitor to the channel. You all look forward to that. We're going to have a lot of fun with that one, as long as it lasts. But you'll see more when that comes up. For us over, you probably have to be over 40. You know the character as soon as you see it.
Oh,
okay. But have a little fun shooting stuff. And we'll do a Buddha jazz to him where he'll be propelled from the bottom up. We'll see how that goes. Just have some fun on the channel and get back to some serious reloading in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Take it away, Pat. What you up to, man? You want to plug something?
Yeah, I'll plug a couple of shows that everybody can take a look at. Chris from the 740, he's on at Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock Central. He always puts on a pretty good show over there. Been on his panel a couple times and out in the chat. And also where I got my start on podcasting was Sandhills Media over there. He's a Nebraska-based guy. Most of you guys know him. But yeah, 2 good shows on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. So yeah, go check out those guys. They got a lot of good content and everything. So other than that, one little trick I wanted to tell you about on your hubs, if you're worried about the grease on your front hubs, on your front wheels, pop your caps on there. Go to any CarQuest or anything like that and go get some Lucas hub oil. And clean your cap out, fill your cap up, and just slam your cap back up on that. That will revitalize that grease inside there. It's old mechanics trick to dried up grease. It'll just bring it right back to life. And yeah, that stuff works great. It really does. So that's about all I got.
Hey, Pat, I'm glad you mentioned Chris's channel. I forgot that. I'll be on there Wednesday night. And for everybody here that's looking for giveaways, we're going to give away a bunch of stickers and stuff like that too. But he also has one of the reloading scales. So he's going to give that away on his channel on this Wednesday.
Cool. Got Rita's Roost joined us. Thank you for coming in, Rita. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, Pat. I don't have those old caps. My fronters are sealed, and my rear has no cap, believe it or not. Yeah, it's got it's got the little metal thing with a cotter key and the bearing in there, but it doesn't have caps. Apparently they didn't use them on Corvettes, but I know what you're talking about.
It's an actual sealed bearing that has no grease in between there.
The front is. The rear looks like I can grease. Yeah, the front it does not. It's just solid metal. Yeah, but most likely the bearings had to go to the bearings from the other side. I'm thinking on the Corvette to get in there.
Okay. I gotcha. I've worked on the older vets, but I haven't worked on, like, let's say 83 on up, but that's about like the 76s anyway. So as far as front suspension and stuff wise goes.
Thank you for coming in here, Bernie. Good to see Bernie. He's been with us a long time. He hangs with us all. D-Dub is with us. Good to see you, D-Dub. That's about it, guys. Most of you know when everybody streams, so I'm not going to really get in that to drag the stream out. So check everybody's channel out, support them, and thank you, Hasbro. I'm going to try to get you linked up and get you as a co-host, so when you come on, you could have a little more freedom to do things.
Okay, that'll be good. I'll be glad to help you.
Yeah, I appreciate your help too. And I'm so used to it's strange. Like on Echoes, when I started out, Echo, I was co-host. But I actually acted almost like a host because Echo could not, he can't read, the side chat. That's how he knew you in there if I was talking to him, or saying, hey, so-and-so jumped in. And I got so used to that type of streaming that it's still strange at times not having that. But I was definitely a different co-host with him because of his situation. But yeah, he wants me to call. Someone was asking me earlier about him. Yeah, I heard from Echo today. He's fishing on the Tennessee. Was it Tennessee River? Reminds me of Alabama, Tennessee River, Mountain Man. We'll get together for something anytime we can. I can't remember the words exactly. Alabama song. And yeah, I'm gonna. If I get the vet run, I'm probably gonna go up and visit Echo, spend a few nights, fish, and whatever, shoot some. And we'll probably do a live from there. Definitely do one.
Why not?
Yeah.
If I go, I'll have the RV with the Starlink. And
That's right.
Live stream from right there.
We'll all go at the same time. Then I won't go by myself. We'll just maybe work something out and get up there. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you being on the panel. Thank you, Pat, for being here. I'm humbled that you all show up, and it was turned out pretty good
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a good time.
Kind of weird. Sometimes the decent shows turn out okay, and you don't have nothing planned. I typically like scripted shows, but kind of like Hillbilly does, at least some scripted. That way I have some fillers and things. But appreciate you being on. Go ahead.
Bernard, I'm still getting that drawing. If you want to type that in real quick, Bernard.
Got 12.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to spin it.
Hashtag Macman039, buddy.
Yeah, any of you new guys that just come in? Yeah.
Rita and Bernard, I think they're the only two that's come in, I believe, unless I missed somebody. So
Burnaby. I call him Bernie.
Barnaby. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Bernie. Bernie's just, yeah. Yeah, he's been around with us a long time, too.
Gary,
I'll give you a few.
I didn't have my
I always call one time he put Bernie up, then he went back to Burnaby. I say Burnaby Sanchez. But what is it? I may have his last name wrong. It's a long time. I just always say Bernie over the years. Let's see. Give you a few more minutes, guys. You new guys got 12, so it hadn't went up. We're going to do a spin, and we're going to call it a night. I appreciate you showing up here, guys. Who's Bernard? Gizzard says. Gary Gizzard says. Gizzard Gary. I always get that confused. Michael Don got that 450 Bushmaster, 350 Legend. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a 450 Bushmaster or that SOCOM. I think Echo does the SOCOM. God, it's he got those big blue bullets, man. Imagine what those do to a hog when you hit it. Knock that hog on his back. So I'd love to have a big round like that. But
well, what about these things?
Let me blow you up here.
8.6 blackout. I got my sticker there from Eagle Run. I can't imagine what those things do.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of lead moving downrange.
The only reason I don't get into that one was because that fast spinning barrel. Was it 1 in 3 twist? Whoa.
Yeah.
Man, that's a fast spin. Here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and do the giveaway and sign off here shortly. We got one more extra. Here we go. Is it up? Can you see it?
Not yet.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. I added it almost too late. Chad Kelly, congrats.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Good job, Chad.
Congratulations, Chad.
Yeah, congrats, man. Appreciate you being here, Chad. Each and every one of you. Bernie, good to see you, man. You guys, appreciate you on the panel. You guys have a good evening. Hope you have a good week, and I'll keep you posted on the car. That'd be great. I'm going to have air conditioning. I haven't had air conditioning in years. But guys, take care. I enjoyed the show. And we'll get into a little bit more reloading here, maybe the next show. And hope Macman's having a great vacation still. God bless, and good night, all.
Thanks for having us.
Carry your weapon.
Good night, everybody.